Hi everybody, today we're going to learn about heat stroke. So the objective of this lesson is to prevent heat stroke, accurately identify it, and take appropriate actions to manage it while sailing and on land in controlled scenarios. What is heat stroke? Heat stroke is a life-threatening condition which occurs when the body temperature rises too high. And when does it occur? After exposure to high temperatures that result in abnormally high body temperatures. Example is too long in the sun. So to prevent heat stroke, you have to drink plenty of cool fluids, try not to be in the sun too long or at the hottest parts of the day, and slow down. So the activities that you're doing, you want to do slowly and you don't want to be too energetic with them. Take breaks in shaded areas, so while you're in the activity, just try to take lots of breaks. Dress for the heat and activity level. So that means if you're running around a lot, wear short sleeve shirts or stuff like that. Wear hat and sunscreen, pretty self-explanatory. And avoid caffeine, like examples of coffee and tea, because they dehydrate the body. So now, we're going to talk about the signs and symptoms of heat stroke, or the 20 questions of heat stroke. So in this scenario, as a sign of heat stroke, a high or low body temperature. Nelly?
High.
Yeah. Are they going to be sweating or not sweating?
Not sweating.
Yeah, not sweating. So this is tricky because some people may think that sweating would occur when you have heat stroke, but the body is actually so dehydrated that it has nothing else to sweat. So you can't sweat anymore when you have heat stroke. Is it going to be dry and hot skin or cool and damp skin? Brenna?
Dry and hot.
Yeah, dry, hot, and sometimes red skin. So that can result from like sunburn or long exposure to the sun. How are they acting? Normally and friendly or angry and aggressive? Anybody? Ellie?
So they're acting angry and aggressive.
Yeah. So this is acting angry, weird, and easily frustrated. Are they wide awake or falling asleep? Brenna?
Falling asleep.
Yeah. So they're going to be falling asleep or losing consciousness. How is their heartbeat? Is it slow and consistent or quick and irregular?
Quick and irregular.
Yeah, it's going to be quick, irregular, and another thing is going to be weak. So the heartbeat's going to be slowing down like in pressure, so it's going to be a weak pulse. And another thing to note is that it can result in seizures. So seizures are when you have muscle spasms in your body while you're unconscious, and the body convulses on the floor, or while standing it might fall over. So just be aware of that. So this next section is I'm too cool for heat stroke. So we're going to talk about how to cool down when you have heat stroke and how to try and remedy that. So is it like when you have heat stroke, are you trying to use cold water or warm water to cool them down?
Cold water.
Yeah, cold water. Where should the person be?
In the shade.
Yeah, in cool shaded areas. Nayeli, what cold materials could we use to try and cool them down?
We could use ice packs or wet cloths.
Yeah.
Cool, damp, and cold. Yeah.
Ice packs and cool wet cloths. Bonus, what has somebody done to you when you've had a fever to try cooling you down? Liz?
Give me a wet cloth or something cold to
Yeah. Cool. Something along those lines. Yeah. So trying to drink cool liquids and trying to cool you down with the wet cloth or something like that. So now it's your turn. We're going to divide into groups of 3. Luckily we have 3 people, and we're going to practice on one member of your group, and they're going to pretend like they have heat stroke. So trying to exhibit those signs and symptoms that we noticed. And using the steps we just discussed, everybody else in the group is going to treat your fellow sailor for heat stroke. Make sure that you're saying the steps out loud so me and the other partner can hear you and hear what you're doing. So remember, shaded and area and try to cool them down. So we're just going to try and act it on the floor.
Alright, who has heat stroke?
Somebody Liz, you can have heat stroke.
Alright. Alright, should I pass it on the floor?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh my god, it's broke.
Has she lost consciousness?
Yes, Liz has lost consciousness.
Her
Okay.
pulse is weak and irregular.
We have cloths and ice bags up there.
Oh, thank
Is
goodness.
there water?
Yes.
Okay, so we should get this cloth wet.
Yeah. Do you want to try getting the cloth wet so you can
You
actually
want
wet
me
it if
to
you want?
actually-
Sure. And you wanna you wanna dab it on her forehead or around her body, try and cool her off.
Oh, yeah, sir. Okay.
We're in a cool and shaded area right
Yes.
now, just so everyone knows.
Under a nice big
Mhm.
tree.
She's back! She's good!
I'm so frustrated.
Angry. Maybe we should use the ice packs to try and cool it down.
Good idea. Instructor, where's the best place to put the ice pack?
You want to try putting on places that lose a lot of heat, so back of the neck and top of the head would be fine as well. You can use the other, you want to wrap the ice cloth, the ice pack as well in like a cloth or something like that. Yeah, perfect. So, there we go. Back of the neck as well.
Put it under your.
You lose like 20% of your heat from your head.
Wild.
Fun fact.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Alright.
Okay, so just to recap, final thoughts. So for identification, what's some of the things we can do to identify that somebody has heat stroke?
Check their pulse or listen for their heartbeat.
Yeah, if they have rapid, quick pulses becoming irregular. Fred?
Check their skin, see if it's dry or if it's moist. And if they're sweating or not.
There you go. Red hot, dry skin, and not sweating. Liz?
If they like pass out.
Yeah. Seizures. Do that one. Anybody else? You spit out answers.
Maybe if they're conscious, have a conversation with them and see if what their attitude is like, if they're irritated or frustrated or angry
Yeah.
or not.
So attitude is a big key. We have two more that I'm looking for.
The loss of consciousness and passing out.
Yeah. Progressive loss of consciousness. Be good.
Maybe when you check their skin, see what the temperature of it is like.
Yeah. High body temperature.
You got it, Brenna.
It's a good one.
I kept reading it and
Um,
forgetting it.
Let's talk about prevention before we talk about remedies. So, just to recap, lots of fluids, drink lots of fluids, don't be the sun at the hottest parts of the day, slow down, take breaks in shaded areas, dress for the heat and level of activity, so wearing appropriate clothing, if you're running around playing soccer, stuff like that. If you're going to be out in the water all day, wear hat and sunscreen. Obviously when you're on the water, it's going to be reflected off the surface as well, the water surface. Avoid caffeine, coffee, and tea, which you probably won't be drinking while you're sailing anyways. And then treatment. We have 4 ones for this. So,
Using an ice pack on their
Yeah.
back neck.
ice pack. Brad?
Make sure you're in a cool, shaded area.
Yeah, cool shaded area.
Cool cloths or towels.
Cold towels. And the last one I'll just do. Cold water. So making sure they're drinking fluids, trying to cool them down as quickly as possible. So with that, we've learned how to prevent heat stroke, accurately identify it, and take appropriate actions to try and manage it while sailing and on land. So just to recap, when you're sailing, you want to head in and you want to treat them with the remedies that we did, and on land as we just did in our example now. Thanks everybody.
Thanks, James.